Hey guys, I recently released a video breaking down Post Malone's F1 Trillion album. But on top of the collaboration-heavy standard release, he also released a long bed version with 9 extra songs that are just him. If you saw my first video, you know his solos were some of my favorites, so I have high expectations for this one. So without further ado, let's get into it. As you might be able to tell by the title, the lyric for Falling in Love isn't super complicated. The constant refrain is just, you can't stop me from falling in love. That being said, Post's delivery is beautiful, as the extended high note of you is delivered perfectly over and over again. But more importantly, the simplicity of the lyrics is deceptive. The song is much more than just a plastic love song throwing around words that don't mean anything. There's a sense of inevitability that feels almost dangerous, or at least unhealthy. But he persists that, whether they want to or not, nothing can stop him from falling in love.
There's a hole in its heart down at the
Dead of the Honky Tonk is about watching a man drown his sorrows at the bar after a breakup. And while there's some implication of suicide, the larger comparison is that the breakup has already left him broken in all the ways that matter. It's really interesting to see an outside perspective on a heartbreak, exploring how those self-destructive behaviors and coping mechanisms appear to everyone else. It's hard to describe, but something about the strong bass hits throughout give it a feeling of disconnected objectivity that really fits the lyrics. I wouldn't call it fun, but it's not really a sad song either. It's captivating and it goes on, leaving this poor man behind to wallow in his drinks.
He can't hurt the ones I love. He can't break no angel's heart.
There's a heavy use of death as a literary device throughout the album, but most notably on this song and the last. Killed a Man is about killing the parts of himself that he wants to get rid of to make space to grow into a better person. The implication is that his turn towards Jesus and his faith is what allowed him to kill that part of himself. So in a lot of ways, it's just a very indirect religious song, but to me, the most interesting part is his strict dissociation from the part of him that he blames for all the bad he's done. He references him as the man in the mirror, and there are a few other suggestions that it's part of himself, but he only ever directly says, I killed a man last night. Also, a quick shout out to I could have pled the fifth, but I poured it down the drain. Great wordplay, I love it.
Baby, I could put the bottle down. You could say you wanna come back home.
Ain't How It Ends is an analysis of how tragic relationships are portrayed in country music. As his relationship comes to an end, he thinks about all the things he could do to save it, but if country music has taught him anything, it's that sometimes it's just not meant to be. There are a slew of legendary country icons name dropped, which is always fun. And as much as I hate lyrics that are built around name drops and references, I'm a sucker when it comes to this song. It doesn't hold up to total scrutiny, but it's a fun series of country references, especially from an artist who made his name in pop music. Before I start hating on it too much, Hey Mercedes is a fun, upbeat, pickup line of a song. If that's all you want from it, it'll definitely deliver, and the melody's good too. Unfortunately, as more of a lyrics guy myself, that's where the positives end. The whole concept is seeing a girl pull up to a bar and asking her out before she even gets inside. It's not necessarily bad, there's just nothing going on. The one silver lining of the wordplay is following You Don't Know My Name with Call Me Crazy, but that isn't enough to save the song for me. Probably my least favorite from the extended tracks.
She can tell you go to hell and make you like it.
Go to Hell isn't my favorite song overall, but it is a very interesting lyric. It's about a woman whose effect on Post is somewhere between toxic and masochistic, but somehow her form of abuse draws him in even more, and the harder she pushes away, the harder he tries to hold on. It's not my favorite from the album, but it's a really interesting look into his perspective on a toxic relationship.
That's what happens when two hearts break into.
Two Hearts is a token divorce song of F1 Trillion. As a child of divorced parents, I feel instantly compelled to love any song about divorce, but to be honest, Two Hearts just doesn't feel very emotional to me, especially for a song that's supposed to be about such an emotional topic. Maybe there's some thematic intention there about separating himself from the real emotions of going through the breakup, but it just feels a bit off to me. So many country songs are about love and breakups because it's inherently an incredibly emotional topic. So for the song to fall so flat just feels like it's missing the point of its own message.
Who needs you when I can break myself into?
The two-step Texas swing vibes of Who Needs You were the immediate standout for me. It's swingy and fun and could be a good song with just about any lyrics behind it. The idea of the song is wondering why he needs a romantic partner when he's perfectly capable of breaking his own heart. It's a bit of a nihilistic perspective, asserting that their only value is breaking each other's hearts. But like Guy for That from the standard album, it's hard not to get lost in the fun Texas swing and forget just how sad the song actually is.
All had no cattle.
Back to Texas is basically Post Malone's love letter to his home state, as well as a reprehension of fake cowboys adopting the aesthetic with no understanding of what it actually represents. To be honest, this song is the exact narrative I expected to feel going into this album. I expected pop superstar Post Malone riding into Nashville, throwing together a rebranded pop album, and releasing it to capture a new audience. But after listening to the album, it genuinely feels like he's actually contributing to the country landscape, not just leeching off of it. Thank you so much for watching. If you didn't see the first video, I'll link it here. I was honestly surprised just how much I enjoyed the whole album, both the collaborations and Post solo songs. I would love to hear your thoughts down in the comments. If you made it through both videos and enjoyed them, I'd really appreciate it if you liked the video and subscribed. I should have more videos coming soon, so stay tuned and have a great day.